We've done some, I think this is at least the third or fourth time that we've done repairs there. It did sink again a little bit, settled a little bit last night, overnight about 2 inches. We're gonna try to do a repair on that again. We are looking at, unfortunately, at some point, this is probably gonna have to become a tip project. It is eating a lot of county maintenance dollars up to repair it. And unfortunately, as with the tip, Lebanon County does not get a large allocation. There's a lot of issues with it. We've done some testing in the spring. We want to do some further testing. With the tip update happening, in the fall here, there's a good chance that we might have to try to allocate some money towards getting a more permanent solution, because it is definitely a problem.
But when you repair it, is it level or does it have a little depression in
I
it?
think I'm not in construction, commissioner, so I'm not as familiar with it, but I think they repair it up to, the level it should be, and then it sink. I did know that when we left the tech meeting about a month ago, we drove by it and it was already starting to settle again.
I was going to say, I was
2
over
weeks ago, and
Tuesday I drove over it, and you could tell there was a depression, and you could
Yes.
see obviously where they fixed it, but there was a depression in it
and,
then.
and we've spent a lot of
Not
money
sure how
we spent a lot of money trying to repair
I'm
it.
sure you have.
And we're going to have a good chance we're going to have to look at a more permanent fixture and get a consultant to help us out to look at it.
What would a more permanent fix, what would be an example of that?
That's not in my area of expertise. I mean, I have some district contact numbers that if you'd like to talk to them, but I think they need to do some additional core borings and really see where the throat of the sinkhole really is. I think that's part of the issue. There's a lot of development and unfortunately around there, and I don't, to my knowledge, it's where the issue is not necessarily in Penn DOT right away.
Yeah.
Just
That's the tricky part. Some of this is going to be on private property. We're going to have to.
and it's just it's just the G,
some things there.
just the type of material, soil that where the roadway is.
So when you're talking about a more permanent fix, you're not talking about just going down and grouting or whatever the sinkhole. You're talking about stormwater management off-site, off of that area.
It depends on if we would get it to be this would become a tip project. We would get a consultant on, like with any highway bridge project, and then we would determine what possible solutions could be.
If the source of the problem is a development and stormwater, would Penn DOT money help to pay for a stormwater
I don't
system?
think so.
I don't believe so, no. But in places, Commissioner, where we've seen over the years this kind of problem and solutions to it, in some cases, you can actually build an underground bridge over the roadway and develop a structure underground that supports the roadway, but you've got to find the solid footing to do that. If any of you were ever up in Lycoming County, what they call the Narrows on 414, it's a small state road where it collapsed, and they actually built concrete structures under the ground and built like a series of platforms and then a bridge underground that the road now goes over. You don't see that underground bridge, but that's one way of dealing with the problem. But I think, as we all know, Palmyra has a tremendous stormwater management problem, and they do not run their stormwater through their treatment plant. They don't have the capacity to do that, so everything just runs, into inlets and goes into the ground, and they have a massive problem to deal with. And hopefully over time, maybe we can be a small part of that solution with the roadway, but typically state transportation dollars and federal transportation dollars aren't used for stormwater management.
Any other comments or questions?